All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Intentional Academy Live, episode 23. 23.
We're going with
We're
23.
going with 23. I'm Tony Farrar. This is Nicole Farrar. And over there on the other side of the computer is Justin Thomas. And we're here, as always, to help you get every last drop of value out of your education. Today is a special Intentional Academy Live. Now that we've been doing this for an entire day, I'm going with 24. Can we call it 24? I bet if you
I don't
get
care.
all the little extra increments because we talk so much that there's 24 hours of this.
Probably.
We spent
I
it
bet there's
more. Okay, maybe more.
What he's trying to say is we don't have any real agenda today as far as message is concerned, aside from you getting to watch us hash out
What's next?
what's going on. We're going to have a little bit of a meeting.
Yeah,
School's
So-
out. Time to regroup.
exactly. It's been another
Yep.
it's been another year. This is, I guess, technically the end of the second school year that Intentional Academy's been a thing, but it started in the spring semester. So we've been going at it about a year and a half now, and every summer we like to stop and regroup a little bit, rethink the plan. So that's-
Schedules change,
exactly.
etc.
So that's the deal today. And so I'm pretty psyched for it because I think that we have opportunity to kind of adjust and give everybody a lot more bang for what we're putting out. Yeah.
Cool. So we've been kind of in and out for a little while. Something that I brought up and I wanted to bring up in detail with Justin is kind of setting an actual agenda, a weekly agenda over the summer that we can stick to now that our schedules are changing to try and still make progress, because it's very easy to slip into vacation mode.
What's that? I don't know that.
Yeah, sorry.
That's the thing that we academics get once a year where we forget that we're intelligent for a little
All
while.
I have is Dolly Parton singing "Working 9 to 5" in my ears.
You need a new playlist.
It's a great song.
Well, I mean, Tony, I don't know about you. We're gonna have to keep talking about this, but do you want to stick with Tuesdays right now? I know Tuesdays your summer one work.
Yeah,
day.
that
I mean,
that part doesn't really matter for me. I'm pretty
Okay.
transparent. So if it's better for Justin, so we don't screw things up on other days, that's fine for me.
okay, doesn't matter. I was just bringing it up.
Do you have any strong feelings?
Tuesdays seem to have worked. Stacy's done with her thing on Monday, Wednesday, but it's still Tuesday seemed to be the fit.
Okay.
Okay, cool,
Just following up on that because
cool.
we're pretty flexible.
Appreciate you kind of letting me be a little bit of a flake for the last couple weeks. Apologies if anybody's really been looking for stuff, but wrapping up the semester and dealing with all the things I've been dealing with in my other life, it's just there hasn't been a whole lot left, and so it's been good for us to get a little bit of a break. But now I think it's time to be really intentional about how we use our summer.
I agree.
Okay, so what have we decided already? That we're going to continue meeting on Tuesdays.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about the whole branding updates and how all that's working?
I mean, sure.
Because we haven't really had a chance to talk to Justin about it, but I
Yeah.
bet you can give a shorter version than me because I talk too much.
That's absolutely true.
I can guarantee that.
Justin, we talked about separating Tony from Intentional Academy,
Mhm.
having Intentional Academy be its own entity, and then like you should have your own thing. We kind of talked about this when we were doing Twitter, like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Creating our own little identities. Tony has done a bang up job of putting himself all over Intentional Academy. So I've been trying to clean it up a little bit, fixing emails and stuff. That's why we were trying to get this email, call going so that we could have Tony, Justin, and Nicole all contributing to Intentional Academy. If that makes sense. So we're going to have a Tony Farrar YouTube and potentially a Justin if you feel like that's something you want to do. I might have my own channel as well. And then Intentional Academy is going to have its own thing.
I think I'll stick to the production side.
That's fine, man.
I'm just saying the opportunities, like, Tony's going to be doing a YouTube channel that focuses kind of on life balance and like him specifically. And hopefully through that, kind of live the message. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do a YouTube channel necessarily, but I'm definitely going to try and contribute my life insights in whatever, you know what I mean? How we've kind of talked on the show a few times.
Yeah.
And then Intentional Academy is going to be reserved for like the full on message / product / you know what I mean?
Yes.
That kind of stuff. So
the goal being to kind of demuddle it a little bit, because I hop on to whatever platform I'm currently excited about and just start yakking. And so sometimes it's really on message for Intentional Academy, and other times it's just me ranting about life and stuff. And so I think that if we make Intentional Academy more of a curated thing that we're all contributing to, and we're still going to do things like this where we're kind of documenting the process of just trying to start a thing, but then keeping some of the more behind the scenes ideas over on separate platforms and things like that. I think it'll make it clearer for everyone what the Intentional Academy really is,
including ourselves.
Yeah. And kind of free us up to actually focus on a project from start to finish of, here's a problem people have. What are we going to produce that solves that problem for them? And then we can all sit down and do the work of making that thing and delivering it. And all the background stuff of, what are we brainstorming and how am I going to make this work? And what's my current, idea of the week as I eat my breakfast cereal? That can live somewhere else that points to this when there's something for it to point at.
So I don't do well with ambiguity. So Tony had mentioned in one of his meetings that they actually have like a worksheet. You don't have to physically make a worksheet, but that kind of says, this is what I'm going to do this week. And then we discuss it the following week. I want to try and start doing that because I'm much more task oriented. So like I sort of lightly decided, okay, I'm going to check out YouTube and try and separate, Tony from Intentional Academy on that channel and just learn about it. I was working with like the banner and just like the channel description and like that kind of stuff. But I think we should be like, okay, Justin, we're going to brainstorm a channel description for Intentional Academy and then get together and edit it or something like that, or whatever we decide we want to do. But I think we need small tasks to accomplish because I feel like it's just a lot of brainstorming and not a whole lot of progressing. That makes sense. So, do you want to talk about what we want to do for our next steps for Intentional Academy?
Yeah.
Do you want to take some time for your stuff?
No, I think that
this week?
I think that we should be making progress on both all the time. So,
okay.
We're working on the unmuddling of me and the Intentional Academy as far as the social media platforms are concerned. But what that means is that, like, it would probably be a good idea to have all the platforms set up for Intentional Academy too, like an Intentional Academy Instagram.
Okay, so we've got the YouTube, which Justin kind of managed.
Yep. And we can go back over that and do edits if we want, things like that. That's fine. Because I think most of those descriptions and things we wrote so long ago that we might like change our mind on them now and just update it and refresh.
How much do you know about YouTube as far as like, I want to say decorating? Like, are you pretty
if the stuff is made, it's just putting it in there. So the hardest part is the art. It's not the putting it up there, it's the art.
Okay, because I was kind of messing with that. Like, with Tony's, I could be a little bit more flexible, and I just picked, a photo that I thought and was editing the photo and things like that, like you said, and then I just put it in.
Yeah,
Although
I mean, if you're doing like Photoshop stuff, if you just Google, if you Google YouTube like templates or whatever, you get the sizes. Everything's set.
you would think
They'll at
that
least tell you the sizes.
you would think so. But this is interesting that I just learned about YouTube for anyone else who's watching. YouTube, when you're trying to do a banner, like for the main, the top
Mhm.
of your YouTube channel, YouTube requires a minimum of like 2560 by 15 something.
Okay.
But when you Google like YouTube banner size, it's actually like 1540 by 423. So like if you make that YouTube banner size and then try and upload it, it won't upload. So what I was having to do essentially was like make it really big, and then what I wanted to be within the actual banner specs, I had to like center in the photo because it like auto crops it.
Mhm.
It was very annoying.
What program are you using?
Well, I mean, just loading it into YouTube.
No. But what program are you using to make the picture?
Well, I was using existing photos and editing them in Canva.
Canva. Okay.
Yeah. Because Canva allows me to do custom dimensions and all kinds of stuff. But
It's pretty nice and it's free.
it's nice if you're
web-based.
using like already existing
I
photos.
had started when we first started the YouTube channel. I made a Canva account and was using that.
Yeah, Canva's great if you're, especially like I said, like if I could just import an actual photo that I've taken or whatever it is, and then edit it, with text and.
Well, I'm
whatever.
pretty sure most of the pictures on there too are you can use them.
There's a lot of stock photos, yeah.
Yeah.
that you can- But like I said, the custom dimensions is really cool, but the YouTube won't upload the actual banner size. Like it auto crops it. It's very strange. I don't know if it's because YouTube assumes that it will be played on like a television.
So
or like
what YouTube is trying to do is trying to allow you to upload a picture and then it's fixing it for mobile too.
correct, but like
And it's annoying.
it bases it off of like the TV or the laptop as the full photo.
Mhm.
And then like you said, it adapts it, but we're mostly talking about smaller tablet iPhone devices. And so if you have text or some sort of main image that you want to show up there without it being like cropped off or cut off, it has to be like dead center because it auto crops it for those devices.
Mhm.
Kind of annoying.
So a lot of times how you do that instead, Nicole, is you just get a bigger picture that you don't really care if it gets cropped, and then you just worry about centering your text. That was the hardest thing about what we have up there now is getting that text fixed. And I remember when we first did it, we forgot a period. And actually, I don't even know if it got fixed.
We never fixed it.
Anytime you've ever seen anything in Tony's Instagram Intentional Academy related where it says Intentional Academy that is spelled incorrectly, that would be me.
Oh, I see. You've changed it.
Huh?
You changed it.
Yeah.
I haven't even gone to it. I haven't seen the new stuff.
Oh, sorry. So yeah,
I just changed it.
That was part of yesterday's firefight with the different.
I was just messing with the images. None of that stuff is concrete. I just wanted it to not be Tony's face.
Yeah, that was the problem. Like the
just,
avatar on every single platform, no matter which account it was that same picture of me in front of a brick wall.
So you know why? You changed your Google that is attached to it, because I'm surprised it didn't change on mine, because mine is still the gray grad cap.
Okay, that's so weird. So we're trying to just clean all that up so that
I just put anything that looked decent so it wasn't Tony's face, basically. And then I figured we could kind of talk about what we wanted to do.
Right. Because what we want to make sure of is that there's clarity here, and it's so weird when my face is popping up in one place where it shouldn't, because then that's literally like I've uploaded stuff to the wrong spot because of that. And so we're just trying to clear that up. That's what yesterday was.
So yeah, the one thing
brainstorm. I mean, I don't know how much we care about. I mean, I think it's important to have good art. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
For that kind of stuff. And that's something we can kind of discuss too, like what image we want to portray for Intentional Academy. Because we basically just been going with like academy-esque,
Hmm.
school desks and books, and I mean, I don't know. We can just kind of shoot that out. And
Yeah,
if there's
that's
anything.
yeah. We can keep testing and iterating.
Well, because if we get a theme that we really want to go, or something that you really want to stick with, then I can spend some time just kind of searching.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And messing around with the editing and the art and the text and all that junk. Because the photo I picked for Tony's was like one of the ones from the Grand Canyon. And the point was it was Tony overlooking the Grand Canyon. And so he had to be in it in the cropped part. And so, like you said, I made the picture bigger, but I had to make sure that he was like actually in the
crop
in
region.
the cropped region. I thought it was
Yeah, a hassle.
interesting.
Okay.
So the
Right.
one thing I had, and it was be with video,
Uh-huh.
is that we ended last time and I found Restream. It's called Restream.io.
Okay.
That would allow us to stream to Facebook, YouTube, Periscope. If you wanted to stream to something like a Twitch or Mixer,
Okay.
it doesn't. Instagram does not support RTMP streaming.
Okay.
It doesn't, with basically using like OBS and stuff like that.
Right.
And
But
they have
we
a bunch
could
of other
use-
stuff that I've never heard before. I don't know if any of this, how many
So
people use some of the other
Restream
stuff.
would work for Facebook Live and YouTube at the same time, basically.
Yes. Now the funny thing is now I don't see Facebook on here. Like I could have swore I had it was Facebook and YouTube that was like.
I feel like not that Facebook is going to be obsolete or anything, but I feel like it would really benefit if we could stream on YouTube because it saves it nicely as well.
Mhm.
People can go back and rewatch easily, and I don't know.
Well, I mean, Justin's doing a great job of uploading them, so it kind of has the same effect of being able to go back.
Yeah,
and sort.
but he's just saying if Facebook isn't on there, I still don't know if that's
right.
a bad thing.
Do you think we should
saying.
prioritize YouTube?
I think so. I would love audience opinion on that. If anybody wants to talk
I have
about
such a limited
what,
sample. The half dozen people I've talked to have said that they like YouTube better than Facebook.
yeah.
Now, are they YouTube as in YouTube Live or YouTube as in going back and watch it?
Probably should have asked that and didn't. I'll be honest.
So, I mean, because if it's YouTube because they go back and watch it, then we shouldn't do any of this because
Right.
it just adds unnecessary delay to the video. So we can just do like we do, keep it on Facebook, do your Instagram, and then just post it to YouTube if they're just watching it. Now, if they want to watch it live on YouTube, that's something we can consider.
Right. I think it would be best to, move slowly with big changes like that. We know how Facebook works. Let's just keep doing it there. I think we can start.
There's another. So I get what you're saying about move slowly.
Uh-huh.
I appreciate the two people that are watching right now.
Uh-huh.
I don't think it would be the biggest of deals if we went live on YouTube, save the local recording, or just said, "Hey, we have a new podcast up on our Facebook page."
Okay.
So here's my question: if we decided YouTube was a priority, would it be easy to do YouTube Live, have them saved on YouTube?
I would do this. It's the same thing. It's literally instead of Facebook, I put a YouTube stream key in.
Okay.
I guess what I mean
I
is
do it all through OBS. It doesn't matter where I'm streaming to. OBS has the settings.
So is it the same number of steps to take a YouTube Live and put it on YouTube as?
I would want to save it I would want to save it locally and then upload it.
Okay.
Because it's a better quality once I upload it. The recording is recording better than what we can stream to because of internet speeds.
Gotcha. Because I was going to say if you can stream and save all at the same time without having to upload, that would be nice. But
it literally takes longer, which is like 5 minutes for the video to do its thing to get up there. I mean, it's nothing.
Okay. I was just wondering because Tony started to try and save his Snap stories, and put them on his personal YouTube, and that was kind of time consuming.
Well, I'm talking about one video. Now, if he's talking about 15 and then
Well,
having to change, if he has to change any of the
Yeah, no, that's okay.
orders and all that kind of stuff.
yeah.
Okay, well,
So
So
Well,
one
let me see if
person
we can
says they use YouTube resources in the classroom all the time. It would be beneficial for people to reuse, but I don't know if you want it out in a way for others to use for free. If you want to reach a high school audience, you need to be on Snapchat. They think Facebook is lame. I'm going to be honest with you. Facebook right now is a comic book marketplace for me, and I pretty much avoid it other than that.
Yeah.
well, and that's what I'm familiar with too. People aren't using Facebook anymore.
Well, not like this anyway.
Well,
Okay. So, okay.
if you're looking for new
I'll tell you
audience
what.
members too,
How
How
about
do you
this?
stream to Snapchat? I don't even know how you would stream to Snapchat.
Oh, don't worry about that. I use Snapchat for other things.
I understand that, but I don't even. I mean, Snapchat, I don't think would even allow an hour-long broadcast on it. Like that's
You
like
can-
totally
you
against
can-
the point, right?
I think you can do a video
Snap.
chat. I'll have to play with it.
Snapchat's whole basis was immediately disappearing. So
That's what I'm saying. Let's see what Google says.
How about this, Justin? What do you think that
Can you-
since
sorry.
after trying this for 23 episodes and having ups and downs, what if we try YouTube for a little while?
okay, before we continue with that line of thought, let me just ask a question. Is there any way that you could take clips from this and post them to your Snapchat story?
Oh yeah.
Because you could just
Oh, yeah.
take some key,
Yeah.
like we started to do for when were we
did it-
segregating it?
I was
What were
doing
we
that on Instagram and a couple other places already.
Yeah,
It's not a big deal.
like just taking little snippets.
Yeah, you just take the local recording and chop it up.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all I was saying.
Mhm.
If that's how that works regularly. But yeah, YouTube. Justin, thoughts?
I'm listening. I mean, it's for me. It's literally just a setting in the stream. It's
Yeah, but not as far as workload. But what's your opinion on, audience?
well, I mean, if you go look at the videos on YouTube, and then you go look at the viewership, and then you go look at our videos on Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
we get more hits on YouTube.
Well, then there you go.
I believe there's a larger audience watching live broadcast on YouTube as well.
Okay.
Facebook live broadcast, I feel like, is starting to really get focused on Facebook like gaming.
Facebook
Well, I mean,
is.
wouldn't
Yes.
people be going on Facebook Live for videos like this only because they know about it?
Facebook has literally been the thing, and a lot of people assume it's the only thing.
No, but I mean, wouldn't you agree that you would be likely to have more new people on YouTube Live than on Facebook Live?
That I don't know. I personally
on
only
Facebook Live.
I only watch live streams on Twitch.
Well.
So, and that's a different genre.
I don't even think that you can watch. I'm probably wrong, but can you even watch FaceTube? Can you even watch Facebook Live videos? Like
Later?
no,
No.
like without even knowing about. Like they're not just gonna show up.
You have to be following it already.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
But that's how it is on all of them.
Well, either that, no, you have to be following it already, or that person is paying a ton of money to put out sponsored posts. Hey, come watch my live video. I'm live.
Doesn't YouTube have like keyword
Yeah.
related video kind of thing? I mean, that's when I'm on YouTube, right?
Yep.
Justin.
I'm sorry, I was at 15
Ignoring
things.
Awesome.
No, I wasn't ignoring you. You said something about you were on YouTube.
What?
Is that what you said? What did you say about YouTube?
No, I said when I'm on YouTube, you don't have to be following it for it to pop up as like a related video
Exactly.
based on keywords and stuff. You could hit new people just by being relevant to whatever it is that they're looking
And,
at.
I mean, there's a whole job out there for people tagging videos with metadata, keywords.
Yeah. Well, that's what
Yeah.
the Gary Vee stuff was talking about,
Mhm.
making sure that your channel descriptions are accurate and
Yeah.
you know what I mean? The things that you're saying.
There's a tip from the Instagram live feed that says you can make a Snapchat account, and I can like alternate back and forth between them, and that there might be some streaming stuff there too.
Like making an intentional academy Snapchat.
Yeah. So okay, let's
Ooh,
let's knock stuff over in the house.
cool. We don't need that.
All right, so let's kind of move on this then.
Okay.
New plan is that we're going to start doing this broadcast on Tuesday nights via YouTube
Okay.
and see how that works.
Okay.
And we'll start telling people that's where it's going to be, but we're still going to do the local recording, which means we can share it other places if we want to, either in full or in part.
Sounds good.
Correct?
Okay.
Okay, Justin, you want to own getting it ready that you can broadcast to YouTube? Feel free to test drive it with some random stuff and just see if we can get a live show going to YouTube instead.
That's fine.
For next week. Meanwhile, I think if we're going to move there, let's go ahead, since we've been working on YouTube on my channel, let's go ahead and work on it on this channel too, and work on updating the channel description, the second half of the show notes. That's the copy pasted part that can go on every episode about go here to find more and that kind of stuff.
Like the links and everything.
Yeah,
You
links.
see what I put? Yeah, I have a Word document and I just copy and paste that in every video we put in.
Okay, so let's get the
So
two
is
of
that
you
already
collaborating
there?
on that. Show notes and then graphics too.
Okay, so can we just talk about graphics for a quick second?
Yeah.
Just
like the tone.
Yeah, like what do you think we should show for Intentional Academy? Is it too like stock to say like let's find a picture of a school?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think out of that portion of my brain. So
You don't-
I mean, I'm not. I don't think out of that portion of my brain. I'm very analytical. I'm not artistic, and I mean, I will say that we do know that the face of the broadcast happens to have a very artistic family. Wink, wink. People watching, nudge, nudge.
I'm not talking about the actual art. Though.
I don't.
I'm good with that. I did visual media. I can come up with a way to make it look appropriate. I just want to decide if we're gonna like really gung ho this Intentional Academy and like make it super,
make it feel
like an academy. Yeah, like are we like? Because I mean, the reason we came up with Intentional Academy in the first place is that it's supposed to be a learning space, you know, to figure out how to live intentionally in all areas of your life, with your money, with your career. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I like that name, but
Nicole wants to completely rebrand the channel. You heard it here first, folks.
No, I don't want to rebrand the channel. I just want to know: is this? Are we really going all out? Because if I say, okay, we're doing an academy, then everything I design artistically is going to focus on academy related topics like books and writing and brains and.
No, because you're focusing on academy there. You're not focused on what our focus is. I mean.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Though you're focusing on the word academy, but not necessarily on.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, do you think we should do more topic related artistry? Like, we're focusing on money and time and things like that. Is that the kind of image we want as a visual to go along with it?
I don't know, Tony. You should go to strawpoll.me, Tony. Make a straw poll and then post it on your Instagram. Seems like that's where we get the most traffic.
Yeah, right. All right, so we can ask around a little bit. We can test drive things. My theory when it comes,
once I latch onto an idea, I can go really crazy with the creativity.
Yes. You are redefining academy, not using it in the traditional sense of the word.
Right. And so my idea, the image that I have in my head is like being outside of the cage.
You know what I mean? See, that's what I mean. We talk about living intentionally and sort of breaking the mold. So is that the kind of visual we want to associate with it? You know what I'm saying?
The ideas of like being remixed or, School 2.0 or things like that.
And we're always talking about not being boxed in. You know what I mean? Thinking, it's totally cliche, but thinking outside the box as far as what you can do with your life and how you can manage it. We were just talking to, I can share this, right, about the archaeology stuff. We were talking to a student who was a fine arts major, and she's going to be going to Greece to draw images of things that the archaeologists find in their project. So like that's what she's doing with her arts degree, which is the coolest thing I've ever heard. And she essentially goes over there and recreates in drawings these things that they find. And that right there to me shows like the variety of things you can do with different degrees. And I just want to keep people open-minded.
Well, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, we can pull stock photos and put words and fancy fonts on it, or we can commission.
Yeah. I don't want it to be like stuffy like university. I feel like that's the opposite. Like what we're going for.
Well, I have an entire massive group that if you want to do comic book theme, all regarding to sketches and
totally, and that's like a whole other thing we have to talk about. I mean, we can consider that too, like making it comic book artsy. Makes me think of the Plot Avenger.
You guys can't see, but I got that commissioned.
Wait, what did you get commissioned?
Last Comic-Con, I got a Galactus commission.
Oh yeah,
like a 11 by
some people on this live stream really comic books, like all of us. But
we do enjoy comic books. That would be really fun.
Let me just summarize.
I also have that comic book app, or not app, program, where you make comic books. I made a comic book in college. Remember?
Yeah.
It has all the it helps you put together the graphics.
Yeah, I've got one too. If you go back and Google Tony Brainstorms, there's an old comic book.
Yeah.
There. Okay. Anyway, before we get like way down the road here, let's see if I got some of the words that I heard you guys say are things like breaking molds and not stuffy universities and being outside of the cage or outside of the box. Mm-hmm. School 2.0, stepping off conveyor belts, rethinking, conventional wisdom, all that kind of stuff.
Ooh, this just made me think of an image.
Why don't we just play on that for the week and see what happens?
I was just thinking of some sort of factory where they make the same thing over and over again. Kind of an image, mm-hmm. But then one of them being different. You know what I mean? That's really vague. I have the picture in my head.
All right, so you can have some homework there. Enjoy that.
The problem is there's too many ways to go, and I'm going to get
we can talk. We can talk.
I know. I really want to nail it down and be happy with what we decide because I'm really tired of constantly changing, and I feel like
so my mindset is I feel like the logo is more important than whatever stock photos on our YouTube and
sure, because stock photos change.
So to me, I would be more worried about what somebody can do with the 2 words Intentional Academy and the 2 letters IA.
Yeah.
That would make it interesting.
Yeah. What?
Elisa loves our shirts.
This is definitely an Elisa shirt.
Instagram is so much fun. Okay. Before we go crazy here, one of the things I want to be focused on is the content side of things. So why don't I start brainstorming on that, like what the show's going to look like?
And this is specifically for Intentional Academy.
Intentional Academy, the Tuesday night show that we've created that's going on YouTube.
Okay.
And we're going to repurpose YouTube and get it cleaned up and awesome this week. Mm-hmm. We're going to look at things like channel descriptions and graphics and all that, and that's really great. Mm-hmm. But all that packaging needs to be around something awesome.
Okay.
And I think that something awesome needs to be a show.
Okay.
That works for people.
So here's the other thing is if people prefer a live format versus go back to YouTube and watch it later sort of deal. I don't have issues doing more than once a week either.
Sure.
So I mean
shows more than once a week?
Yeah, I mean I'm just saying like if we decide we want to have a show that focuses on like say people have questions want to answer and it's literally just a question and answer session.
Gotcha.
And then another show where we discuss a topic or if we want to try and if it's better to do 2 30-minute shows once 2 30-minute shows one day, one another day, or if people would rather sit here for an hour and listen to us
ramble.
Yeah.
I can't do that anymore. My back is killing me.
Shorter shows it is.
Yeah.
Along the way,
So I'm just saying we can repurpose. We can do. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And, we keep calling it a podcast because that's a medium we want to get into, and we're going to eventually go there too. Not quite yet.
No, we need a bigger audience to get real questions because
No.
I know that we have a lot to offer. We need to get people's problems
Mhm.
put out there. I mean, I know that.
I think we could fill a half an hour with that.
Yeah. Well,
Easy.
I mean, I feel like that's the ultimate goal to me because the whole point of this is to help people, right? And how are you supposed to help people if you don't know what the problems are? I would love a show that focused solely on issues and
Yeah,
questions.
because we're running out of our own personal problems over the last 15 years post high school when life got real.
Speak for yourself.
Still have a lot of problems. No, but
No, well, we've talked about a lot.
We have. We definitely have. And there's only so much of our own personal experience we can regurgitate over and over again to try and, use as examples. But I mean, when we were working to get out of debt and we're watching Dave Ramsey, that's his whole show, right? Answering questions. A lot of times it's the same question, different person, slightly different scenario. That's what helped me the most understand what to do, and feel like you're involved in a community of other people going through the same thing. That's what I want to help create. I want it to feel like you can come to us and we will help, create life balance for you. So you need people for that. So we need to be more interesting.
We'll work on that.
Say something funny, Justin.
Sorry. I'm talking to people on Facebook.
Oh.
I just wanted a clarification on.
Yeah.
On
we can't see the comments.
Few people need to hear what you have presented before. New people need to hear what you have presented before.
Right.
So it's I mean yes, and it's become a game for me when I listen to Dave Ramsey to try to answer the question before he does.
Yeah. Us too. We did that too. Try and come up with the answer.
Cool. I think we have a lot to go on here. If we pause this, I mean, we don't need to do the whole Intentional Academy in one night.
No, I know. We just haven't talked in a while. So
I know, and I miss it. And I really do feel like it would be helpful to have these meetings or these discussions more frequently and shorter.
Well, we had attempted
right
a weekly on Sunday.
Right. So everything's more available in the summertime for us.
Yeah.
And so let's let this be like a summer of awesome productivity. If you want to find a couple time slots a week that we can do shorter versions
you should tell
of this
us
meeting, let's do it.
Pretty flexible.
Yeah.
Well, so Stacy's obligation has changed because it's over. So it might be what works now. It might be dynamic. I don't know. I know Tuesdays have stayed static, and she's on that.
All right, so let's guard that time, but then let's just commit to doing impromptu as needed, but actually making progress.
Okay.
Does that work?
That's fine with me. I don't have a problem with doing a weekly. What's going on with you this week? Let's pick a few times.
I love it. One person says one lesson one night and a Q&A another night. The next comment, I would go with 1.5 hour show, 20 minutes of presentation, and 10 minutes of Q&A. I love it.
I think both are good, honestly. The thing that's hard about the Q&A is if you really get it going. Like I remember when I wasn't on the show one time, you guys got some really good questions, and it kind of went on and on and on, which was great to be answering the question. But then it was kind of like a really long show.
Yeah. So if we had not had,
if you had not had the 20 minutes,
I guess a focus discussion first, and then Q&A.
Yeah. Because you don't want to cut off Q&A, especially if it's good quality discussion.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Dave Ramsey's like, and you made a stupid choice. Commercial. That happens sometimes. You ever listen to the show? It's like,
One thing I'm jealous about his show is I'd like give it every couple of weeks. Just have a good 10-minute rant.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, so Justin, you're gonna get YouTube ready.
Well,
technical, like the streaming.
Oh yeah, okay. I was gonna say, I was like, well, there it is. I'm done. Put a check mark.
Nope, you're on the
I
streaming,
am going to continuously mess with the art and kind of see.
and I
what I
want
can
I
come up
want to
with.
collaborate, all three of us. Maybe we can get a Google Doc that's shared between all three of us, and let's get that clear
You
For a
have,
channel.
for description, show notes, that kind of stuff.
oh, you have to start a new one because that was an old email. Okay.
Well, you can share the old document with the new email if you like. It doesn't matter. And just
Fine.
like you're doing. This is good. We need to get things clear. So
I'm
let's
saying, yeah, you had done that one
figure it
first.
and
Side note, I'm also going to be doing my own
yeah, that's fine.
channel
And then
stuff or other blog. I don't know.
that's gonna be awesome. I can't wait.
It's mostly going to be about food, basically.
And then I'll start working really heavy on the show format stuff and figuring out like what we can do there.
Mhm.
And why don't we touch base? Today's Tuesday. Why don't we touch base again? What, Friday morning?
For you,
Maybe
I was gonna say Friday morning I'll be at my desk working.
discuss.
You do forget I'm not a professor.
Quit this
I'm
job,
an
bro.
assistant engineer.
How about
You could, if you could pay me what I get paid now, I'm in. If you pay 3/4 what I get paid right now, I'm in.
sausage and peppers, Elisa says. That's really easy to make and pretty affordable, actually.
Lemon pasta. Oh, you just made lemon pasta.
Oh,
dude,
bro, you don't even want to know.
it's so good. And I got the recipe from Italy. Like, it was measured in grams. Like, it was like 400 grams of pasta, and yeah, it was really good. I made it for Will and Abby. They approved. Lisa.
Well, we should touch base, even if it's via text message.
Yeah. I was gonna say we're gonna be gone this weekend, so I don't know what timing on Friday would be good, unless we could do it in the car.
We can.
Saturday.
What, Justin? Why don't you?
Or Sunday?
Why don't you tell us? Would Thursday or Friday after work not work for you?
Those would work. Let's see. No. Thursday no.
Thursday no.
Thursday no. At least this week.
No problem.
So
I have to watch a team win a Stanley Cup. Just saying.
Yeah, cool. Offline. Let's just offline. We got to find another time to get together. Let's do it.
We're gonna do it. It's fine.
people want to hear our schedule.
No, they don't.
People need to know.
Go team other than the Caps.
We're gonna win the Stanley Cup.
We just lost a huge chunk of the audience.
Joking.
And we lost one person.
Oh, by one person.
Oh, at least one person agrees with me about the Caps.
Nice. They need to start endorsing this if you're going to start endorsing them. Just saying.
Let them win the cup first, and then their priorities completely change.
Right.
Focus right now.
Once they intentionally win the international championship.
The national, international.
I can tell you right now, Justin, in the middle of July, we will not be around. I'm turning 30. We're going to New Orleans.
Oh, the inmates are running the asylum.
Whatever. It's the end of the show. People can stop watching.
Good point.
We're good.
Good point.
Feel free to stop watching. If this is recorded and you are watching an old video, feel free to end.
I like it.
Thanks.
So
Elisa's still there. Yeah.
Okay, so
wait, let me ask a question real quick just before we do end this. Do we want to pause the actual show stuff for a few weeks, or are we trying to do the show and have this meeting at another time?
I don't want to keep having. I want to. Let's do show. Show's easy. Show's like the easiest thing we do.
Okay.
All right, we just have to come up with. Obviously we want Q&A, but it's the summer, so I don't know.
Well, unless people want to hear us talk about food, which is fine. Let's get some.
Why don't we have a food show? I'm sure. You know what? We're gonna have a food show. You want to know why? Because we're gonna post it to YouTube, and it's gonna get like 8 million hits, and we're gonna go, forget this. We're just gonna talk about food.
Oh, I got offline. I'll show you stuff.
Could we have a comic book food show?
Sure,
Oh
that
my
would be it. And then we can kind of drop it subtly, like in the show, like I used my Every Dollar app for money management to purchase these groceries.
Seriously though,
If you're curious about how I did
we
that,
basically cook and we just talk comic books, but we have like 2 or 3 different cameras. And
did you say we cook?
Yeah.
As in you and I, probably.
Well, I mean, we know he's not going to cook.
I make risotto. I resent this. I make better sloppy joes than anyone. In fact, you demand that if there's going to be sloppy joes, I make them.
I have to get a break every once in a while.
It may be
And
simple.
if building your confidence is what it takes.
It may be simple, but it's delicious.
Teach me how to cook
Sloppy
on a
joes
budget.
on the phone. You know it.
We can do that.
The
The only
only
problem I'm having with the budget now is that all the budget cuts of beef and pork have become designer, and all the prices have gone up because of that.
wait, meat cuts have become designer? Is that what you said?
Yeah, like flank steak and all the stuff that they basically used to cut off and like grind up into sausage. That's become designer. So
Yeah, getting meat can be difficult. But
I
we
made
got some.
tacos. I made pork tacos al pastor this weekend, and they were.
We just made barbecue pork
How hard is it to get one of those sound effect machines where we push buttons and
Like Ross?
like right now I just push the button of like a toilet flushing.
First of all, it would be on the phone that's doing Instagram for you guys. For me, I have been waiting for a reason to buy a mixer, and then to buy there's a thing called a Stream Deck. I mean you could import soundboards. I mean I could import a soundboard right now.
This guy's ready to like go nerd out.
Hmm.
Let's focus on a good show format first, but then we'll do that.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just thinking about the fact that we're not going to be able to record everything that we make for dinner because last night we had
Delicious.
So everybody on the broadcast just heard a toilet flush, by the way.
Huh?
Everybody on the broadcast just heard a toilet flush, by the way.
Until we get those sound machines, can we just say them?
All I have to do is type it into Google. Push it.
Flushing.
Yeah, insert captions.
Doesn't even need captions. I'll just say it.
Can we print up caption cards and just hold them up?
Yes. That's like, what's the show we were just watching? Oh, that's gonna drive me. Oh, we were watching Shrek, and the guy was holding up the sign and it said "Revered Silence." We could do that. That would be hilarious.
There's all sorts of different types of notifications I can get that pop right up on the stream and everything. The only problem is you don't get to see them.
An app for what, Elisa? For the sound?
The sound effects.
For the sound?
The problem is that you guys are using both of your phones as part of the process.
Hers,
right? Hers is, oh, okay.
I was actually trying to look up the intentional thing on YouTube before.
Right.
So what we really need is, so they're watching on Instagram. That's the problem, is that I can't get my stuff on Instagram.
Yeah.
Well, that's because Instagram's awesome and the people that are hanging out there are so cool.
It's instantaneous.
And Grammy? It's allowed to.
All right.
Remind people.
I'm pregnant.
There you go.
Did you announce that on anything? Like,
I mean,
not me. Yeah. It's not my job.
It's my Snap story. Everybody.
I
knows.
didn't mean you, Justin.
Surprise, Justin.
Oh, I already knew. I've done for a long time. We sniffed it out.
Are pregnant.
We're expecting anyhow.
True. That's true. Okay, fine. We're expecting.
I'll give you all of the pregnancy
I am pregnant.
credit. Yeah.
Another reason to live intentionally, everyone.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
All right, that's enough cheese for me.
Thanks, bud.
Cheese.
All right, so we've got our assignments. We're going to somehow meet up in some sort of digital way.
We just need
to base again.
We can do quick updates, and in the meanwhile, let's actually stay in touch with each other and make some progress here. It's going to be an awesome week. I'm psyched. Should I close this out?
Yes.
Unless there's anything on the Instagram side, I'm caught up on the Facebook side.
Cool. Well, then here we go. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, being a part of this mayhem. We are here because we want to serve you. And so if there are things that you need that we can help with, we would love to hear that from you. Comments, emails, phone calls, walk up to us on the street, whatever. In the meanwhile, come hang out with us. Obviously, you know how to find whatever you're looking at right now, but you can at least find me for right now and soon everybody. I'm the Tony Farrar on all the things, and I've been having a lot of fun on Snapchat lately. So if you want to find me, that's probably the best place to go hang out. Or my brand new fancy YouTube channel that Nicole made.
Working on.
So yeah, until next time, thanks everybody.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Right, who are we waving
I don't know. As Luke says, bye.
at? Let's get the phone out of the bananas here.